You are now watching WhoDooTV.
Welcome to WhoDooTV. We are live at Emerald City with the Matt Kindt.
How's it going?
We're doing great. Thank you for doing this with us.
Yeah, no problem.
We just got done with your signing at Grass Kings.
Yeah.
So that book, the hardcover just came out, and it's been a beautiful piece of work. How did that book come about?
That book came about by Tyler Jenkins approaching me. He had an idea for, and this is the first time in my career I think this has ever happened, where an artist came to me with an idea. I was like, hey, what about doing a book where it's set sort of with this civilization, these people that are living off the grid, and they sort of want to be on their own and make their own laws and rules. And then I've got an idea for and then what else did he say? It was the main character has lost his daughter, and then he had ideas for other, like the whole cast. I was like, yeah, that's great. Well, why do you want me to write it? He's like, well, because I don't really know what to do with it after that. Right. And so basically, I just took his amazing idea and then put a murder mystery in it.
That's beautiful. Yeah, and then the covers you're doing on that with your art. Those are some of my favorite things of it too.
Yeah, no, it's fun, and I sometimes there's discussion online with like all the variants and people like maybe not liking all the different covers but I feel like you don't have to buy them all, but to me I like it because it gives me an opportunity as an artist or just as the writer of a book I'm not drawing to do a cover. You know, it's the same with like the Valiant books. Like I always want to do covers. Warren, my editor, won't let me do them because I have too many writing commitments. But I still did a cover for Ninjak one time without telling them. You know, because I know they do variants, and I was like, I want to do one. I want to draw a cover.
And then you had your variants of the characters from Eternity that just wrapped up.
Yeah. So he won't let me do a special cover because of budget, or not budget, but because of time constraints. Yeah. But I do, like when I turn in my scripts and my pitches for the stories, I've done character drawings and like designs for a lot of this stuff, like in my sketchbooks as part of the writing process, you know. And they're like, oh, we'll use those for the cover. So in a way, I get to do the cover, but not on purpose.
Right. And you are getting to do some art. Like you just wrapped up Department H with your wife Charlene.
Yeah. And Department H has been off. It was a 2-year kind of experiment for us in working together because we've been married for over 20 years. And we met in art school, so we both do our own kind of art and things. And it was the first time where we had a long-term sort of working relationship with her painting and me drawing, and it turned out great. You know, we're still married. Yeah.
So something worked out. Yeah. Tell a little bit of our viewers about Department H.
Department H is really it's an underwater murder mystery. So there's a deep sea base in the deepest part of the ocean, and there's 8 characters down there. One of them gets murdered, and our main character, we follow her in issue 1. She goes underwater down to the base to try to solve the murder before the base fills up. Something's going wrong, and the whole place is like sinking. Yeah. And she has to figure out who committed the murder and get out of there, all within the span of the entire series. So. That's
awesome, and that's with Dark Horse.
Yeah,
Dark Horse. And one thing I noticed was with the, I think it's the hardcovers, how it has the Rise of the Water on the side.
Yeah. That was I knew how many issues it was going to be to start, so there's like a little water meter on the side that shows every issue it ticks up one. You know, with the idea that in the last issue it's totally full.
Totally full. That's a great one. And then we know a lot of your work from your Valiant work that we talked about earlier. Yeah. And EXO has been a fantastic book.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Issue 12 just came out a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And how long is that book going to be going for?
I have another year planned at least. Okay. And it's the way writing with Valiant works is like I'll usually pitch a year or 2 in advance. Like, here's the plan. And then after like the first half of it's done, I start to get ideas for like how it can continue, or the story kind of naturally progresses, and so then ideas sort of spring out of the actual writing of the stuff I'm writing. And so I have at least another year planned after this, and then after that, who knows? You know, like I think when I pitched the series, I had an idea for bounty hunters, but I didn't realize how cool they were going to be. And then after seeing them, it's different. Like writing it is one thing, and then seeing the art and then what the artists do with everything makes it something else. So I'm like, well, that. And I think in my original pitch, the bounty hunters died. Like, so, this is a spoiler. Oh, kind of. Maybe some of them die. They don't all die. I will tell you that they don't all die. Originally, they all died.
12 already came out. We've seen that.
Yeah. So they don't all die. Because I think I saw how cool they were, and I was like, well, this if I kill them all, it's like Boba Fett getting put into the Sarlacc pit or whatever. That's no way to go out. So I'm not doing that.
And then one thing that I've had a question on that is, are we going to get the reveal of what brought Arcadacia to Goran?
What was the question?
Are we going to get a reveal of what actually brought Arik from Earth to Goran?
Yeah. We're gonna get that, and there's hints of it in the first issue, and then you definitely get the reveal. It's super sad. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. And then we had the 3-issue arcs. How was that a challenge for you, or did the pacing?
Honestly, what I love about writing for Valiant and then working with Warren is that the story dictates the form that it takes.
Okay.
And then the idea I had was to sort of show Eric progress in these stages, from like farmer not wanting to fight to soldier to general to emperor, and I felt like if there were 4 or 6 issue arcs, it would seem padded in a way, and I was like, I wanted to keep it tight, and show this progression in a way that was just not just like drawn out to draw it out, and I think it made each issue more important, I think. And I don't know, I like 3-issue arcs,
and they got the story across, so enjoyed it. And then you're working on a small project coming out in May with Valiant. They're just calling it the Harbinger Wars too.
Yeah, that's it. It's a little just a little story we cooked up that involves every single character, and the plotting and the outline was a nightmare. And I know every time I worked a little bit on the event last year, and Warren was always like, I know, it's like, I'm asking you to run, we're running into the gunfire or whatever, because the events are always a little bit more complicated than like doing my own thing. I'm working in a little vacuum, but working on the event is a little trickier because you're dealing with everybody's characters and the continuity. But again, to me, that's the fun of working in the shared universe.
Right.
It is a little trickier, but it's also what sets Valiant apart. It's like we get to have all these characters bump into each other, and then actually share the universe. So it's gonna be pretty fun.
Right. And Eric Heiser's writing the prelude to that.
Yeah.
How close did you guys connect to kind of line the story up with the continuity there?
It's good. We had a meeting last year, and we just sort of talked about an idea for the whole series, and then he had his prelude is an idea he came to the meeting with, and he just talked us through the idea of like basically the opening scene, the thing that sets the war on fire, and I was like, oh, that's so good.
That's great.
And then everything spun out of that. It's like they gave me ideas for things that XO could do, and then Bloodshot and Ninjak, and then it's just everything sort of spun out from his kernel of an idea.
I know you're a huge Ninjak fan.
Yeah.
Now working on XO, and now you're getting everything in Harbinger Wars too. But is there a character you would like to do like another ongoing with?
Yeah, I mean, I think Eternal Warrior is one of those characters that really appeals to me because of the history and like the things you can do with him that I feel like haven't been done yet. So I think there's something I could do with him that would be interesting. We'll see. And then there's another group of characters that we haven't seen in the Valiant universe yet that I have. I have the pitch and everything's already. So we'll see.
Ooh.
I'm not sure when that's coming out.
Did they happen to be in the first run of Valiant?
It was like the original Valiant.
Oh,
so,
awesome. So
there's a clue for you.
Yeah. And what else can we expect from you, creator-owned wise, or anything else in the future?
I'm plugging away. Department H is going to be ending, and then what else? I'm doing Grass Kings is winding up, but after Grass Kings, I'm doing another series with Tyler Jenkins that hasn't been announced yet, but we'll be doing. I think we might be skipping 1 month before the new series launches.
Okay. Will that be Boom as well?
Yeah, it'll be Boom.
Okay.
And then I'm doing a series of mind management projects that they're going to be completely unannounced. I'm sort of like surprising people with them throughout the year. So there'll be like 4 projects that I'll be doing that'll be like sneaky surprise issues. You
got me with mind management. I heard a rumor of a TV.
Yeah, TV's happening.
Yeah.
We're working on the pilot now for Sci-Fi USA.
Sweet.
And it's going to be super weird. Like if they actually approve everything we're doing, it'll be like unlike any other television show you've ever seen. So we'll see.
Super excited for that.
Thanks.
And I want to thank you for joining us. Appreciate everything you're doing. Check Matt Kindt out. We appreciate him being here. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you for watching WhoDooTV. We want to thank Matt Kindt for coming on and talking to us a little bit as Valiant projects and Grass Kings.
If you like videos like this one, make sure you hit subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at WhoDooTV. And also, we want to thank our friends over at Outright Geekery. Check them out for everything geeky.